Raghavendra and Mekhala, ask your friends to join. They may not be aware of the class. Mekhala, ask your friends to join. Waiting. Rakesh, ask your friends to join. I am waiting. Okay, shall we start? Shall I start? Dhruti, Manoj, Mekhala, Raghavendra, shall I start? Shall I start?
Yes, sir.
Okay. In the previous class, in a hurry, I could not able to complete this properly. See, up to here we have understood PCR for a general intermediate structure. It is given by 1 by PCR, 1 by crippling load is equal to and the combination of crushing stress plus buckling load. If I take LCM, I will get this. So if I simplify, I will get this. Okay. Now I can replace the crushing stress PC is equal to sigma CA into A. I will divide throughout by PE. Then I will get 1 by, where I have written 1 by PC by PE. I will write PC as sigma C into A and then 1 plus sigma C into A. Whereas here I will not write PE in terms of sigma. I will directly substitute PE is equal to that is buckling load as pi square E by LE square. Later on, what I will do, I will take sigma CA into this area moment of inertia I is given by AK square. Then this A and A cancels. L I will take from numerator sigma CL square by pi square EK square. Or I can write 1 sigma Ca 1 plus sigma C by pi square E L square E by K square, or 1 plus alpha Le by K the whole square, where alpha is equal to sigma C by pi square E is called as Rankine constant, and L by K, this L by K is called as L by K, Le by K is called as slenderness ratio. Hope you can understand this. Okay. So if LE by K greater than 140, the column is said to be, if LE by K greater than 140, column is said to be slender. It is, it is long and slender. It is not in the sense slender in the sense it is not compared to other dimensions. For example, width and thickness, the length is very long, slender, thin and slender. Okay, you can imagine a coconut tree like that, or your areca tree. Okay, next. Next problem. These problems are very easy. It's easier than torsion. Okay, one simple this chapter and then bending. If you find difficulty in this one, shear force and bending moment diagram, then you have to do that. But these are all easy chapter compared to Mohr circle and shear force diagram. These chapters are very easy relatively. The problem statement is like this: find the Euler's crippling load. Find the Euler's crippling load for a hollow cylindrical steel column of 40 mm external diameter, D naught is equal to 40 mm, and 4 mm thickness. The length of the column you should take in mm. It is given as 2.5 meters. I will take in mm. Both ends injured. For the column, boundary conditions are important. He says both ends are injured. Both ends are injured. Something like this. Load like this. P. Okay. Also compute the Rankine's crippling load. I have to compute Rankine's crippling load. I will be indicating it by PCR, crippling load of Rankine's CR. Okay. Using constant alpha is equal to 335 MPa, or you can write 335 Newton per mm square. Take Young's modulus C is equal to 205 GPa, which I will be writing it as 205 into 10 power 3 Newton per mm square. This is the given problem. Okay, I need to find the Euler's buckling load and Rankine's crippling load. Now I will go ahead. First, let me write, find the inner diameter. If this is D naught, this would be Di, isn't it? This thickness, minus this thickness will be equal to di, or I can write di is equal to d naught minus 2t, or di which is equal to d naught is 40, thickness is 2 into 4 8, di is equal to 32 mm. Okay, now straightforward, read the formula. All scripting load, all buckling load PE, which is done by pi square EI by effective length. Both engine hinged, I can write L is equal to K into L. For both hinged, L is equal K is equal to 1. Therefore, L is equal to L only. This will be L only. For this, I know E, I know L. I want to know I. I, which I want to know, consider the least moment of inertia has to be considered. The least moment of inertia. Since it is a circular cross section, for all circular cross section, Ixx is equal to Iyy. Okay, no need to bother about that. If the column is something like this, give me a moment. Okay. The column is something like this. I have given an example. If I apply a load, this is the x-axis, this is the y-axis. It will buckle along the y-axis. It will buckle along this axis. It will buckle along this axis, isn't it? Imagine your scale. This is how it will buckle. But for circular cross section, Ixx is equal to Iyy. I can write Ixx is equal to Iyy, which is equal to I. Can you tell me what is I? I, when I wrote polar moment of inertia for a shaft, this was x-axis, this was y-axis, and this was z-axis. So when I wrote Izz, which was summation of Ixx plus Iyy, which is equal to pi d power 65. In general, I'm taking solid shaft. Okay, pi d naught power 4 minus di power 4 by 64. Similarly, pi d naught power 4 minus di power 4 by 64, which turned out to be pi d power 4 by 32. Since in this case I am taking about Ixx or Iyy, I have I is equal to only pi d naught power 4 minus di power 4 by 64 for a hollow circular shaft, and it's only pi d power 4 by 64 for a circular solid shaft. Okay, because I am clubbing this, then 2 times pi d power 64, then it will become 32 here. That you should remember. Along z axis, this is along x and y axis. Okay, this is our I. Now I is equal to pi by 64 into d naught power 4. D naught is 40 power 4 minus di is 32 power 4. Can you tell me what is I? Yes. What is I? Dhruti, Mekala, Raghavendra, what is I?
Sir, is it divided by 84 or
No,
14?
64. 64.
64. Okay.
Ah, that you should remember pi d power 4 by 64, pi d 4 by 32, bd cube by 12, dv cube by 12.
74.15 into 10 power 3.
74. 74.1918 into 10 power 6. What is the unit? What is, give me a moment. Script hang sensing from. Okay, now it came. Okay, sorry for that. It got stuck, so it came like that. Oh, can you tell me what is the unit? M power 4, D power 4 is the right, then it has to be mm power 4. Right? I is equal to 74.1918 into 10 power 3 alvindri 10 power 3, isn't it? Is it 10 power 3 or 10 power 6, Raghavendra?
10 per 3, sir.
10 power 3, 10 power 3, 11 power 3. Okay, next directly Euler's working load P pi square EI by LE square, which is equal to pi square into pi square into Young's modulus E is 250 GPa into 250 into 10 power 3 into 74.1918 into 10 power 3 pi square E I by LE square. Length is 250 2500 mm square by 2500 square. Can you tell me what is Euler buckling load?
24.018 kilonewton.
24.018 kilonewton. Rankin's crippling load is the second part of the problem which we need to determine. PCR, which is given by sigma Ca divided by 1 plus alpha L by K the whole square. Sigma C is given in the problem as a given sigma crushing. Yes, I think sigma C is not given. Give me a moment. Let me see. Okay, he has given that Rankin's crippling load constant 335. He has given. Sorry. What is given? Give me a moment. Okay, I made a mistake here. Rankin's crippling load constant is both sigma, that is sigma C, and then alpha, that is alpha is equal to 1 by 1000, 7500. I made a mistake here. That is the crushing stress. Rankin's crippling load using constants is crushing stress is 335 MPa, and then alpha is 1 by 7500. Okay. Next, sigma C, which is equal to, let me write 335. Okay, before that, let me calculate one by one. Area A, which is equal to pi d naught square minus di square by 4, or pi by 4 into d naught square. D naught square is how much? D naught, it's 40 square minus 32 square. Can you tell me area A? Give me a moment. Okay, tell me what is area A? How much? How much? 452.
452.16.
0.16 mm square. A I came to know alpha is given, and then length is, this length is L effective only. L effective is equal to K into L, or since K is equal to 1, because this is pinned edge, L effective is equal to same 2500 mm. Okay, L effective is 2500 mm, and then we know that I is equal to AK square or K is equal to root I by A. I have finded I previously, which was equal to 74.1918 into 10 power 3 by area 452.16. K is equal to
12.8.
how much? Just tell me.
12.8.
Tell me the unit. Tell me the unit.
Sir.
Yes. 12.8062 mm. If I consider any body like this, if I want to calculate the moment of inertia about this axis, if I separate it by distance, some distance k, then this moment of inertia of this rigid body, this body about this axis is given by Ixx, which is equal to, sorry, Ixx is equal to, if this is the moment of inertia I plus, uh, okay, if this is h, if you zoom, this is h I plus area times h square. But this concept is different. Okay, let me give the concept which we require. So what I told you is, where radius of gyration is the distance which gives the same moment of inertia of the body. So if I separate the body from that distance, it gives the same moment of inertia of the actual body. That distance is called as radius of gyration. We have discussed that. This is called as parallel axis theorem. This is called as parallel axis theorem, which we'll be using in future. Okay. If I want to calculate the area moment of inertia about any body whose axis is parallel to the centroidal axis of that body, then the area moment of inertia is given by area moment of inertia of that body about the centroid plus summation of the area into square of the distance. Okay. Okay. We got K. And then we can go ahead. I can find critical load PCR, critical ranking tripling load PCR, which is equal to sigma C. Sigma C was 335. We should not take 10 to 10 power 6, 335 into area of cross section 452.16 divided by 1 plus alpha is 1 by 7500, length LE 2500 by K 12.806 the whole square. Can you tell me this?
24.93
24.93 what
kilonewton.
into 10 power 3 Newton. That's all. Okay. Euler predicted it fails at 24.019 kilonewton. That crippling rod Rankin's theory also predicted it almost the same. It fails at 24.93 kilonewton. Okay. Next. Next problem. Design the section of a circular cast iron column that can satisfy that can safely carry a load of 1000 kilonewton. Circular design in the sense I have to find the diameter. Okay, it can be length also in a few cases, but he has asked for diameter. Design the section of a circular cast iron column that can safely carry a load of 1000 kilonewton. This safe load is 1000 kilonewton, 1000 into 10 power 3 Newton. This is the applied load. Okay, this is not a buckling load. Safely, our column carries this load without failure, without buckling. The length of the column is 6 meters, 6000 mm. Rankins constant alpha, which is equal to 1 by 1600. Factor of safety is equal to 3. One end of the column is fixed and the other end is free. One end of the column is fixed and the other end is free. Okay. Critical stress or crushing stress sigma c, which is equal to 560 Newton per mm square. Can you tell me what is the effective length for one end of the column fixed and one end of the column is free? You have to go back and see that one end of the column fixed and another one end of the column is free. Effective length is twice the length. Twice the length. L is equal to 2L. Let me go ahead. LE, therefore LE before that Euler strip, sorry, Rankine stripling load sigma Ca 1 plus alpha L by LE effective K by K the whole square. LE is equal to 2 times L, which is equal to how much? 12,000 meter, 12,000 mm or 12 meters is the length. You can imagine the length of the columns. 12 meters means 36 feet or 40 feet. Okay. Next, E has given sigma C has given A. We need to find area. We need to design for design. I don't know anything. Okay, area we know. Area is given by what he has given. It is circular or is a design a section of a circular Castron column. Obviously, he has not given depth, thickness or anything. We will assume that this is a solid column. Okay, I will take area which is equal to pi d square by 4. Okay, or you tell me what is pi d square by 4. And since this is a solid section which I am assuming, therefore I will take I is equal to pi d power 4 by 64, which was in case of follow it was pi d naught power 4 minus di power 4 by 64. Can you tell me both these values in terms of d power 4? K, which is equal to root I by A. Tell me this also. Yes. What is A?
0.7852.
0.7844 d square. What is I? See, since this is circular cross section, obviously you should remember I is Ixx is equal to Iyy, which is equal to I. Okay. Always buckling takes about the least moment of inertia. Tell me what is I?
0.0491.
0.0491 d power 4. Tell me what is K?
0.25D.
0.25 d. Okay. Effective length we have calculated. Rankine scripting load PCR, which is equal to sigma C 560 into area of cross section, which is equal to 0.7854 d square divided by 1 plus alpha 1 by 1600 into L effective 12,000 mm divided by K 0.25D. The calculator take as alpha and solid. This PCR he has given it. Okay, PCR. Let me write. He has given small incorporation has to be done here. Since he has given safe load, we know that safe load, which is equal to buckling load by factor of safe load, another 10 minutes remaining, buckling load by factor of safety. Since he has given safe load, what he has given? He has given safe load. My column is operating in the safe range, which is equal to 10 power 6 Newton. That is 1000 into 10 power 6 Newton. Buckling load PE by FOS. FOS is 3. FOS is given in the problem, it's 3. In case if we give safe load, in order to calculate buckling load, you have to multiply factor of safety. In case if we give what buckling load, in order to calculate, in case if we give safe load, you in order to calculate buckling load, you should divide by 3. That you should know. I want a buckling load, I'm multiplying it by 3. Therefore, buckling load is equal to 3 into 10 power 6. Okay, let me write this as 3 into 10 power 6. Tell me what is D. These problems are all very simple. You can easily do that. All torsion, buckling, bending problems are also easy. Deflection is also easy. It is very simple. After doing SFT and BMD, only one equation will come into picture there. You can easily do that. Only problem is that SFT and BMD and most obviously this is a little involved. Okay, let request some time to learn. You should practice. These are substitution type problems. Three into 10 power 6, the alpha is equal to numerator by denominator by 60 into 0.785 alpha x the square alpha x square multiplied by denominator, same thing 1 plus 1 by 1600 12,000 by 0.25 d the whole square. In case of d, you replace it by x the whole square. And finally, uh, solve, right? Solve is equal to something. Solve is equal to Raghavendra, how much?
Sir, 321.2.
Exactly. 320.27 mm. 320.27 mm. So we have designed the beam for the given. In order to avoid buckling, my diameter should be 320.27 mm. Okay. If you consider only safe load, then it may not withstand that buckling load itself. So I am my dimension. If I take that, that load whatever applied, it will not fail due to buckling. Okay. Hope you understood this, right? Have you understood? Okay. Yeah. Have you understood? There's some connectivity
Yes, sir.
issue. Okay, I'll stop at this point. By another Wednesday, I should be able to complete the problems on buckling. Okay. Later on, we'll move onwards from Thursday onwards. We'll move on to this bending of beams. Okay. And also, students came, diploma students came, and also class teacher and the coordinator spoke to me regarding the offline classes. I preferably tell you Friday and Saturday will be good because I will be losing the online classes. I don't want to do the online classes. I want to meanwhile I have to do complete one more module. That is also very easy. Okay, that is also very easy. Both the all the students can easily learn this torsion, buckling, and then that bending, and then SFT beamed in more circles. Little involved will solve problems on it. Okay, but these two models you cannot skip. That is a lifeline for you. That I want to do online only. That in the no meaning in doing offline. There is nothing like the substitution. Simply there is nothing else. Okay. So you talk to your friends, okay, come to a decision so that we can take classes from next week's Friday and Saturday. Next week, not this week. Next week, Friday and Saturday. We can complete. It's all each variety, each on each problem, at each type will solve two problems. That should be more than sufficient. I will not derive the theory, and I will not go in depth of theory. I will give the whatever theory required. Daily 2 hours we can engage Saturday, Friday and Saturday. Okay, talk to your friends, come to a conclusion. Coordinator, let me know, or one of you let me know just by texting me, or you can call me and tell me, sir, this is feasible. Okay, we'll come to the decision. Okay, I'm stopping at this. Any doubts? Any doubts?